What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Lit today, Lighter. If you're not familiar with Lighter, it is an exchange much like Hyperliquid. It's just better. It's literally better. I don't know. The only thing that Hyperliquid has on Lighter is they have more liquidity. That's about it. Other than that, Lighter, I think, is far superior. It's cheaper fees, way cheaper fees, no fees. In fact, is what it claims. It's as far as I can tell, no fees unless you're doing taker orders. But even then, very low fees. It's a great protocol, trustworthy, all this stuff, all good things. Nothing's perfect, but damn it, if this thing isn't undervalued. I mean, let's look at this here. We've been talking about Lighter for a while now, and I haven't made a video on it in quite some time. I wish that I talked about it last week while it was pumping, but I kept getting distracted with other things. You're at $890 million in market cap. Something like this, you guys, it genuinely could enter the top 20. And with that, we could see a multi-billion-dollar market cap. And then, let alone if we're in the next bull cycle, in the peak performance of the next cycle, you could see tens of billions of dollars. So this thing has a lot of potential. $890 million probably doesn't have 100x potential, but you've still got serious like 20x and beyond potential. You could see 50x, 60x, maybe even like 80x potential with this thing. You got a lot of potential here, and I think Lighter, the biggest thing that could happen for Lighter would be just onboarding more users, overtaking Hype or something like that. That would be great. I would actually love to see Lighter overtake Hype. I think it is better overall, but Hype is it's kind of the first, and it's also more known. So it's going to be a hard hurdle to what do they call that? That's the I forget what that is. There's like a theory behind that, but enough rambling, enough talking. Let's actually move into the TA. Okay, here we are, $3.60 right now. We've been talking about Lit. Remember, we actually called it back here down at these lows. This would be a good buy. It was a good time to get into it. Up a lot higher than I ever imagined that we'd get to. But here, man, I mean, from a low to a high, if you got in back in May, whenever we were talking about it, that you're already up 4x, which is phenomenal. This is great growth that we've seen. A good bit of that growth came in last week from a low on the 15th of August to where we are now 62% up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And again, you're still early. I think this one, you guys, if you're looking for a quote unquote low cap, anything below $1 billion is a low cap in my book. You're looking for a low cap that's going to outperform the average coin next cycle, and it's a quote unquote safe bet. It's obvious, right? You wish you had a chance to buy Hyperliquid before it was worth, come on, before it was worth $20 billion. Here you go. Here's the deal. Lighter is more than capable of achieving a $20 billion market cap. If Hyperliquid is going to maintain its position in the top 10, which I bet it does during the next bull cycle, if not in the top 20, maybe phasing in and out of the top 10, Lighter is more than capable. If Hyperliquid's going to see probably over a $100 billion market cap, Lighter is more than capable of seeing a $20 billion market cap or more. So I'm just saying, man, from here, you've got so much potential. You've got absolutely so much potential. And at that, you're getting more than a 20x. If you're the type who likes to make quote-unquote safe bets in crypto, you want to only invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, stuff like that, just think about if Hyperliquid's in that mix for you. If Hyperliquid is one of those quote-unquote safe bets, really, really think about Lighter. I would heavily encourage you to think about Lighter. This is not financial advice. Don't go betting the farm. But damn it if this isn't the better protocol. Damn it if it doesn't deserve a market cap like this or even higher. Genuinely even higher. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw double that market cap for Lighter by the end of this next cycle. And that's just phenomenal growth, you guys. Phenomenal growth. So nothing but good things to say. I like the protocol. I like the exchange. I've had nothing but positive interactions, uses, memories, whatever. I've had nothing but positive things with Lighter personally. I really do enjoy it as an exchange. Very dynamic. And anyways, enough buttering the bread. Let's see here. $3.60. Moving up, looking good. Let's get on the 1 hour time frame and then we'll zoom out from there. Okay, 1 hour time frame, and we'll use something that has a little bit of volume. There is nothing with volume. Isn't that great? Oh, it's because I'm on little. You have to do LITL if you want the all-time history chart, just for future references. And it's Lighter. It's not this lit. It's a different lit. If you hear any crying, that's because I have a baby. So babies cry. That happens. So you're not hearing things. 1 hour time frame. Looking at this here with some volume. Yeah, the RSI, to me, you can see it's kind of waning, kind of, right? Got these deep readings, less deep readings, less deep readings, and here you're not even in the overbought zone. Maybe you push up a little bit higher and you find resistance here, but it looks like you are probably coming to an end of this move up, so you're probably going to roll over a little bit. Your highs even, you know, they look like they're rolling over here a little bit too with this blemish. Other than that, there's a lot of volume there at the high, so it makes sense. You might chill. You might chill for a second. You know, we go back to the we'll go back to the all-time history here in a second, but yeah, RSI looks good overall, looking like it wants to come down and chill. So you probably do relax going into the end of this month and even the beginning of September. I bet the next couple of weeks or so you'll consolidate. You'll probably pull back down to prices that are just so slightly below $3, around there, but just below $3. That might be a good time to load up. So if you're thinking 357 is an appetizing price for lighter, well, good news for you. It's probably going to go a little bit, like maybe just 1 cent, maybe 10 cents below $3, something in that range there. Okay, looking at the stochastics here, you are overbought. You look good. Maybe it's time to come down. You've reset and you're ready to come back down. Maybe. MACD is bouncing off the zero. You're scooping the zero. You look good. The last couple times you did that, you continue to rally. So again, maybe from here we push higher. Maybe you do push above $4 one more time. Maybe you push around that area. I don't know if you're going to get a higher high, and I would start to think that you come down. Personally, that's my observation, my perspective here. 4-hour time frame. I mean, overall, you actually do look pretty good on the 4-hour. You started to break out of this trend a little bit. You've got these higher lows here. You've kind of started to break out of that. Just something to note there. You look strong. There's no signs of weakness here. You got lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price. It's a good thing, not a bad thing. Stochastics have gone below the 50. That's kind of intense, but you've done that the last couple of times too. This is a little bit different of a look than the last few times. Maybe you do go lower. Maybe that's a premonition of going lower, and that's okay. Reset, whatever. Not a big deal. MACD showing a little bit of bearish divergence there. Again, another sign actually that you are slowing down and wanting to chill. So you're not showing mega bearish signs, but you are showing signs of maturity in this move. This move is matured. It's probably time to go to bed. You know what I mean? Wake up another day. And that day is going to be very soon. It's not like you're in a bear market. You've just seen new all-time highs. Let's go to little USD. Okay, so Bybit has the all-time history just with volume. That's nice. I like that. We're going to keep Bybit. Bybit, the perpetuals, has the all-time history as well. You've gone just above this all-time high. It could be a fake out. It's not uncommon at all whenever you have an all-time high area being achieved that you consolidate right around that area. Sometimes you get above it and you consolidate right above it. Sometimes you're below it and you consolidate right below it. Sometimes you're right at it like this and you consolidate here. Going back down, I mean, hell, man, even if you went down as low as like 275, you look good here. Prior resistance could be support. It looks fine. This kind of overall actually is a cup with handle pattern. And if it is a cup and handle pattern, that would actually, let's have a little bit of fun. If it is a cup and handle, for the kids who don't know, you don't measure from the highest point of the cup, you measure from the right side of the cup. Okay, so there's your measurement there. And if you don't like that, I don't really like the diagonal lines because I just feel like it takes up too much space. I like to do this and just, you know, it's the same thing, whatever, same concept. And then unlike a bull flag, you don't put it at the base. You put it right at the breakout point, which would have been more or less right there. That's like the breakout point. You put it there, and then, you know, that's your measure move. That takes you up to about $8.50. So if we are in the midst of a break of this pattern, the thought here would be that we don't see a consolidation phase like this. Maybe you consolidate a little bit, but you're moving up, right? You're going to see this type of movement perhaps on your way to $8, maybe even $10. It's a measure move. It's an idea. You can fall short of that idea. You can blast through that idea. It doesn't have to happen. Sometimes you have weird structure all the way through and it's not like a breakout move traditionally, but you still get to that target and then you see some major consolidation. I don't know. Maybe it's not a cup and handle, but it looks like a duck to me, man. $3.57. Looking good. Daily time frames overbought, super overbought. Stochastic, same thing. MACD, hottest you've ever seen it. Is this the greatest time to buy? Probably not. If you buy here and you hold for 2 years, are you going to be happy with that? Probably. If you buy here and you hold for 2 weeks, are you going to be happy with it? Probably not. So are we in a moment where I think it's a good time to sell? To go short? It depends on your position. If you bought down here, Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Sure, might be a good time to take profits. If you bought along the pump, you bought anywhere over the last couple of days, you know, if you can get out neutral, that's fine. But at the same time, I'd rather have some exposure than no exposure to this thing. What I would say is just don't dump the load into it. You know, you have some here, that's cool. If it goes lower, get some more. If it goes lower, get some more. If it goes back up, get some more. If it goes lower, dump the load in it and then enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? That's how I'd look at it. Every lower price from here is a blessing. It's going to go higher. I love this coin. I love this project. I think there's a lot of potential here. A lot of potential. Like tens of billions of dollars. And in time, perhaps in the next cycle, not this coming bull cycle, but the next bull cycle, hundreds of billions of dollars. And I mean, maybe it sees hundreds of billions now. Maybe. It depends. There's all types. There's so many different variations, ways that we could see a multi-$100 billion market cap happen for this thing, even in this cycle. But, you know, I wouldn't bet on that. I wouldn't bet against it. I would bet more on, personally, and I really would bet on something that's above a $20 billion market cap. I believe that's more than achievable for a coin like this. I mean, we could even see an $80 billion market cap. But again, you start getting that high. That's 100x from here. Is it 100xable? Yes, you're reaching the limits of your potential there. I think 20 to 60 billion, that kind of window, that's probably, again, 20 on the low end, 60 on the high end. I think that's more appropriate. So as we move down, that only ups your chances for more and more growth inevitably. Anyways, toodaloo. See you on the next one. Bye bye. Hit the like button. Do it.